Greetings and welcome to another episode of our Showcase series, where we spotlight individuals making a positive impact in our communities and beyond. Our guests are those who actively engage in local and global initiatives promoting positive change and making a difference. Our special guest today is Carlos Morlett, a passionate advocate for natural living and the founder of MUCHOCOCO in Jalisco, Mexico. Carlos is here to share his perspective on the importance of not using conventional sunscreen and the benefits of exploring natural alternatives. He shares his knowledge and experience with natural ingredients that can provide sun protection without the harmful side effects. Without further ado, we welcome Carlos Morlett.
All right, here we are.
Muy buenas tardes. Good morning, good afternoon, everywhere in the world that you may be. This is Carlos Morlett, and I'm the actual, I'm an activist per se. If you take it on that sort, I'm an activist of ecological aspects in the world. And what I dedicated myself in the last few years is to analyze and see what people put on their skins and what is affecting the oceans. And we came up with a really good, interesting answer on why people wear suntan blocks. People still have in their DNA, they still have the suntan block from the 60s. People in the 60s, they got introduced to suntan blocks like Copperton and any other big company like that. And before that, there were no issues for skin cancer on people in the world. And since they started wearing the harsh chemicals that people put on, and finally, last year, the Derma department, they came out together to say that it's true that people voluntarily put chemicals that harm their body and also cause cancer, and then they actually bake afterwards under the sun. That's what is causing the cancer on humans, and people have no clue yet because of the ancient, primitive direction that we got in our DNA. And we need to switch that. With a new consciousness now in the world, we need to switch to natural products, so biodegradable as well if possible. And that's why that is going to cause an effect like it did also in Hawaii. Last 7 years ago, they banned suntan blocks in Hawaii. And because of that and because of COVID, thank God for COVID, their natural aquarium came back. So it's thrive and active in Hawaii. And we want that to happen in many other places in the world, including Mexico. We have, we're here in Banderas Bay, which is called one of the most beautiful bays in the world. And the most beautiful bay is a club. And Vallarta, the Banderas Bay, belongs to that club. And we want to save it because we have no more corals. And we're replanting corals through the University of Guadalajara in the campus Vallarta to ban suntan blocks in Mexico. We need to do that because one drop of the suntan blocks contaminates 7 Olympic pools, kills marine life, absorbs into skin, causing irritation, internal organ disruption. 7,000 brands in the world still have oxybenzone and many other active ingredients, up to 8, 9, and 10 active ingredients. We need to stop the nonsense, inclusive of the reef-friendly. Is not true. It's not true that they're reef-friendly. They are actually very hard and very damaging to the body, but also to the corals. They actually go and reach the corals anyway. So we need to switch to natural products, and we have an option. It's not the only option in the world, but we want to say that it's an option because it is. We've been producing MUCHOCOCO since about 13 years ago in our own plantation. Hand-picked, hand-washed, hand-bottled coconut oil with jojoba and vitamin E to hydrate, moisturize, soften, and nourish your skin. And this is an option, 30 SPF, and we have a 20 SPF as well. So we have a product that works tremendously good for people trying to switch to natural products. And we're in Mexico, and we have the plantation. The plantation is 3 hours south on the coastline. The coastline, that's where we produce the hand-picked, hand-washed, hand-bottled coconut oil. We thank you for being patient in the world, and also we would like for you to be switching to natural products. And that means that you need to research, you need to look, you need to really inform yourself, what is called eco-education. From Mexico, from Puerto Vallarta, Nueva Vallarta, Carlos Morlett.
Thank you very much, Carlos.